Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today, as the last video of the week, we have, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, actually a deck list about that GIZMWEK OKAMI, what is like the name. We're gonna see it in a minute, but you may have understood from the thumbnail, of course, was such a cool monster that I wanted to, insert in a deck list. And it seems like I already have it, so I just had a couple of adjustments. Actually, maybe not. I had a couple of adjustments from the actual deck, but this is the deck list that you already saw on this channel. Of course, it is updated, and it is pretty nice. So, before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Sora, but as you can see right here from the skill, it's not a mandatory character. You can use any character that uses attack charge. For hold who do not remember what it does, basically you can boost up the attack of your monster, of one of your monsters, per 100 multiplied by the turn count. So if it is the 4th turn, of course your monster is gonna gain 400 and so on. If it is the 5th turn, it's 500 and so on. No requirements for life points or anything else. So as you can see right there, this is not a deck list. It's not a new deck list. Of course, the monster I was talking about is GIZMWEK OKAMI. Sorry for the mispronunciation before. Why this guy is so cool? First of all, it is a level 10 water, but the thing that we actually are caring about is the fact that he's a machine monster. So this guy can be normal summon set, but and he has a very cool effect. You can pay 1500 life points, and you can destroy all monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck. Pretty nice. Also, this is not once per turn, so this means that, for example, against Salamangreat, if they have the duellinks in the graveyard and they save their link monster from this effect once, you can activate the effect once again, pay another 1500 life points, and boom, destroy everything. It's not ended here. This does not end here, because he has a couple of effects, but you can only activate each of them once per turn. The first one is that if there are 2 or more monsters special summoned from the extra deck on the field, you can special summon this card. This is pretty cool because, of course, the monsters that are special summoned from the extra deck does not need to be of your opponent. They can be also some of yours. So pretty cool. And the other thing is that if this card is sent to the graveyard by battle or by your opponent card's effect, you can banish one monster from your opponent's graveyard and gain LP equal to its attack. It can be pretty nice, but usually when you summon this big boy, you're going for lethal and you almost, you finish it. That's how it works. And it's pretty cool. So what's the synergy right here? We have 2 types of synergies with this deck. The first one is that this is a machine, can be normal summoned, so this means that if you have this little guy, actually it's not little, this big boy, and you have this little guy right here, you can special summon this little guy, because you have no spell trap in your graveyard, and you're not gonna have, because as you can see right there, we play no spell trap cards. You special summon this guy, and this guy can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a machine type monster. You can just special summon this guy and normal summon this, and you're good to go. You can use its effect, pop everything, and you're good. The only thing that I was forgetting about is that when you use this effect, you can only attack with one monster, and that's when this skill comes in clutch, because of course you can actually boost him just to have enough attack to finish your opponent. That's the idea around there. But of course you can use the skill also in other situation, because as you can see right there, apart from these 2950, we have nothing more than that. We have it 2500, not really that big. So then the deck list is a bunch of stuff of super heavy, but actually let's see at the Machina Fortress. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think Machina maybe. fortress, we have this core that is actually that consists of the gear frame, triple gear frame, that on normal summon will look for the fortress, and the fortress that we already know can be special summoned by discarding itself and another monster, another machine monster, or either from the hand or the graveyard. Basically, the total level of the monster that you discard needs to be machine, of course, and more than 8. So you can also keep in mind that if you have this in the graveyard and you need to special summon it, you can just discard the OKAMI, the GIZMWEK OKAMI, that will count as the whole requirement for the special summon of the fortress from the graveyard. Pretty nice. And then we have the super heavy samurai package. So we have the big variety that has, you know, apart from being able to be special summoned, it can be actually one tribute for your OKAMI. We have of course the tuna, the trumpeter, can special summon itself, so you can either go into your stealth ninja or your musashi, of course. But if you have this guy and you're able to summon your fortress and you normal summon this guy, because keep in mind, if you special summon the trumpeter, you can only special summon super heavy samurai, so you can only go into the stealth ninja or into your musashi. But if you special summon this guy and then you normal summon the trumpeter, you can go into an easy synchro level 9, so you can either go into a vermilion or you can go into a nice ravenous croco dragon archetype. Very nice to draw and to have an interruption in your opponent's turn. Pretty cool. And last but not least, we have a Samurai Destroyer, just in case we have a level 5, I mean the Musashi, and then the next turn we normal summon the Trumpeter, as you will see in the replays actually. You can go to the Samurai Destroyer, that can be always useful. And last but not least, we have the Onimaru, the Divine Thunder, level 12. It can just be your Trumpeter normal summon plus your Deluge Dragon, basically. That could be pretty cool after they use the effect, maybe. Just because this guy can't be destroyed by card effects, so that really can be nice. What else we have? Last but not least, we have the Giga Gloves. Of course, actually the Giga Gloves and the Prep Defense. These are super heavy samurai monsters that actually are your defense, your defensive play. Because you have two types of defensive play at this point. We can actually say three, because the first one would be the effect of Fortress when it's destroyed by battle, basically. You get to pop a card your opponent controls, or when it's targeted by an effect, by monster's effect actually, you can discard one card from your opponent's stand. So they are both pretty cool effects. Then we have the best defense, Giga Gloves. You want to send this card to the graveyard so that you can change actually the order of the first 5 cards of your deck, so you can actually put your OKAMI first if you need it. But of course the other effect is crazy, because what's in the graveyard, if your opponent declares a direct attack, you can banish this card from the graveyard, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is a super heavy samurai, you add it to your hand, and the attack of your opponent's monster becomes 0. One of the best defense. Of course, the Decroy is the only thing that you do not want to see when you play Giga Gloves. And last but not least, we have the Prep Defense, another type of defense. Why is that? Because if you take one attack and you take basically damage, you can special summon this guy from your hand, and it can't be destroyed by battle, and neither by card effect. So it's a pretty solid defense in the battle phase after you receive the one attack, and it can save the day definitely. Also, it stays on the field, so in the next turn you can use either to tribute summon or to go into a synchro summon with Trumpeter. So the deck works pretty good. All the replays you're about to see are from the King of Games rank. Of course, I faced a couple of Salaman Great Tier 0 successfully, and that is pretty cool. Of course, the GIZMWEK OKAMI is not the only win condition, so you're gonna see some duels when I won without it. So it is not mandatory to have this. This is just a spicy edition, a spicy way to use your GIZMWEK OKAMI. And that's all, guys, for the explanation. We're gonna jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First round against Yami Yugi. Let's see what we have. So it's us to go first. So we can just summon our gear frame to go into the fortress, and then the fortress is just an easy way to send the Giga Gloves to the graveyard to, you know, order the excavated card as we want, and then we can just use the effect of gear frame to protect our fortress. We're chilling, we have so a couple of defense, but guess what, this is Dark Magician. He went for double apprentice, as he already has the Dark Magical Circle on the field. Then he set his card and he attacked. First time defended, then the second attack, when fortress sent to the graveyard destroyed by battle, I can just pop a card. Goodbye to Eternal Soul, so no banish for you, my man. I can just resummon my fortress by discarding a monsters from my hand whose total level equals to 8 or more, and of course 3 plus 5 is 8, so we can send another Gigagloves to the graveyard and decide the order. Then I normal summon my Trumpeter to summon the Vermilion Dragon Mech, use the effect, pop the first apprentice, because otherwise if I had attacked without popping one, you could have used the effect of the other one to boost itself up and pop my Vermilion, so that was the only choice. I can just attack at this point. It's got the Magician of Prophecy, the spellbook, to have the spellbook of secrets. The spellbook of secrets is going to look for the spellbook, of course, of knowledge, to draw a couple of cards more, as you can see right there. Sending the Prophet to the graveyard, he just hand his turn. At this point I can just special summon my big Varaji and go for lethal. Look at that, what a bad way to finish this duel. So as you can see right there, without even using my defense from the graveyard, and without using, of course, the GIZMWEK OKAMI, you can just do it. It's really consistent deck. It's really solid deck. There you go. Second duel, my boys, against Playmaker. Let's see what we have. It's him to begin. He began with Salamangreat Circle. So guess what? We're playing against the tier 0, and he's got the Lady Debug to grab the Gazelles. He already has the foul in hand. We know that. Link Summon of Palanix, fouls that get special summoned by its own effect. Link Summon again, Sunlight Wolf is here. Gazelle's effect to special summon itself. Grab a couple of cards and sending the Roar to the graveyard, right? So the foul that gets recycled and the Roar that gets sent there. Sanctuary to Reincarnation, Link Summon your Sunlight Wolf. That will get back, of course, the Roar. There you go. Then the Wolf to use the effect and grab the Circle. So he's got at least a couple of back rows. Actually, we know what they are. They are the Roar and the Circle, but we have the Okami right there already. So gear frame to begin with, but it's got the Roar to negate that. Pretty nice, a pretty interesting move. But I already have the fortress, so I can just discard the Giga Gloves, and now I can choose the order right there. So with the fortress, then I can just attack the Sunlight Wolf. He protected that, that's fine. With Circle gets that, but I have a defense in hand, a defense in the graveyard, and if he pops this, I'm gonna pop a card. So it's got the Sunlight Wolf to the Salamangreat Circle. Then he went for the Fox effect to let's see if he can add something more. He went to have the Mirror because he has excavated that, and then he's got the Mirror's effect to special summon Sunlight Wolf to recover the other Sunlight Wolf, then Link Summon into Fireball Dragon because this is Storm Access Playmaker, then Salamangreat Circle to grab the Jaguar. At this point, I guess Monster Reborn to get the Sunlight Wolf to have the big guy co-linked so that he can use the effect of Fireball Dragon and bounce my fortress. But if he use the effect of Foul and change the effect of Fireball Dragon, but if he targets my fortress, I can just discard a card from my opponent's hand, and I'm going to discard the Foul so he cannot special summon it. Then he went for the attack, but I was more than chill, and this point is the effect of Giga Gloves just to draw that extra card that I knew was a super heavy because I of course choose the order. Then second attack of the Sunlight Wolf, I can just stop it with prepped defense. He can't go over this because he can't be destroyed by battle card effects when it's special summoned by this effect. At this point, we have two monsters on the field. I began with the gear frame to summon the fortress. There you go. At this point, actually, I could have done so much more. I could have summoned just my my GIZMWEK OKAMI, and I actually will have that lethal just with that because I could have used the effect, popped these two guys, then attacked the 0 attack with this after the boost with the skill. That will have actually took me to 3,350 attack. There's more than this. So instead I just went with this. I actually don't even know why. I mean, that was definitely a misplay. I had lethal, but I just went with that. It's got the Malevolent Sin, but look at that, even if you misplay, there's still no way you can go through my defense. He decided to banish the prepped defense, then recycle the circle. Time for battle, that's fine to take that damage. Malevolent Sin effect to boost up, and then the Firewall Dragon to special summon another boy. So, but then he just decided not to attack this, because if he attacks this, the Fortress can pop any of these cards. So I'm more than, you know, I'm just so chilling. And now at this point, it is time of the big boy. GIZMWEK OKAMI special summon. He went with the effect of circle. I don't care, honestly. Effect of OKAMI to pay it 1500 life points. Destroy the special summon monster using the boost from the skill. Just go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 4th win in a row. Guess what? We have Salburner, and guess which deck we're gonna face? Of course, Solomon Great. So Foxy to begin with is still going first. We can speed things up because it is always the same stuff. Mir, special summon, so it's gonna go into Duellinks at the Sanctuary, then Link Summon with the Sunlight Wolf, but then he stopped there with a couple of set cards. I guess one of those is Roar. So I went with the Fortress special summon by sending the Giga so I can choose the order of all the top 5 cards of my deck. I just attacked. He saved it with the Duellinks, that's fine. Foxy, another Foxy again, plus the effect of Sunlight Wolf because he summoned it to the monster zone he points to, and then he grabbed the Jaguar. That's still fine. Let's see what he can go on first. Sanctuary. Did he grow to banish my Giga Gloves? That was so lucky to actually draw the Diddy Grow. He went with Itleo, and then it's not over. Compulsory evacuation device to get rid of Fortress without triggering any of the effects. So he thought it was chilling, but he didn't have lethal anyway. So I just decided to summon the prep defense just in case he had something, but I mean, I bet he didn't. At this point, I just drew the Trump tier. I went for the special summon of the Fortress. He went for warning point, so I can't attack. I can synchro summon with this. So just special summon of Trump tier, synchro summon into Musashi. Musashi on summon make me recover the Trump tier. At this point, I can special summon both the Trump tier again and the Big Barrage to go into the Stealth Ninja. So all super heavy style for this duel. Just getting rid of all of them. And this point, keep in mind that if he does not manage to pop this without card effects, because with card effects this comes back, but if he does not manage to pop this, next turn I can just attack directly with its own effect. Keep in mind that. So, in fact, he just surrendered because there was nothing he could do. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, my boys, a 6th win in a row in the King of Kings rank, of course, guys. It's us to go first. We have all we need. Basically, we can just begin the duel with the Giga Gloves normal summon, Trump tier, synchro summon into Musashi. I recovered the Trump tier and of course choose the order for the Giga Gloves, but I decided not to go for other synchro summon. Just wanted to leave Musashi there because I also had the prep defense in hand, so I was chilling. Dark World Duellinks to begin with. I discarded the Barrage, making maybe a bad move. But he has a pretty interesting there, the Gemini deck with the Chemic Ritter, as you can see right there. So it's got just a set card. At this point I can just I picked my Okami as I ordered my cards. Then I normal summoned the Trump tier and went for the level 7, as you can see right there, Destroyer, because if you normal summon this guy you're not locked into super heavy samurai summons. And then it's got Burnout to banish his boy and summon a couple of guys from the deck. That was pretty good. Actually, it's a pretty good card. And then the effect of Supervise to summon this guy from the graveyard. I just attacked the one that I could attack. And you went with the Xyz summon of the Methi Drago. That was pretty nice. With all these effects, and when you control a Methi Dragon and you summon a Gemini monster, you can actually make your opponent send a card from his hand or field to the graveyard. I decided to send the Trump tier, so I went for the Xyz summon of Herald of Pure Light to recover the Ox from the graveyard. That was a pretty nice move, honestly. And then he just attacked, popping my Destroyer, but that's fine. And now you know what is about to come, right? So GIZMWEK OKAMI used the effect pop everything. I can just summon my gear frame to add the fortress, and at this point he just scooped. I mean, keep in mind that he would have lost in this turn, because when you use the effect of GIZMWEK OKAMI, you can only attack with one monster. So I didn't have lethal, but he didn't know that, so that's how you do it, my boys. Also, you know, taking advantage from the missing knowledge of your opponent. So guys, that was all for today's videos. I hope you enjoyed this idea with the GIZMWEK OKAMI, a very nice card that I really actually enjoyed playing with. It's pretty cool, to be honest, and I'm definitely gonna try to find some more decks to use it in, and you're gonna see in the channel if they work, of course. So guys, that was all for today's videos. Thanks a lot for watching and for the support, and see you in the next one.